Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are with episode number 7 of News Report with Zyori and Hyper. Slightly different time, and actually I think this is going to be a VOD-only edition, as Twitch seems to be having some issues this morning. It is bright and early, though, 9 o'clock on Sunday. I'm Zyori, with me is Hyper. Josh, how are you feeling today, good sir?
Pretty good, pretty good. Had a nice week off or whatever from News Report, so we're back.
Yes, absolutely. We did take a week off last week because someone was on vacation.
Yep,
Josh.
yep, down in Virginia.
Yes.
I've been in fishing.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, mainly crabbing because once again we count no fish.
Rats.
So
Rats. I'm not
I
much
know.
of a fisherman, so I don't have
I know you're not.
I don't have much. I don't like to touch worms or fish. I like to touch the fish once it's dead. That's about it.
What about crabs?
Crabs
Like
are
crabs?
okay. I mean, I like eating crabs. Catching them is kind of boring, and I'm afraid they're going to pinch me. I'm not brave enough to try and put them to sleep. I know if you rub their belly, they go to sleep, but
They
like
do.
I
I don't know why, but it does.
I don't
It
really
seems to be
get that
paralyzed
either.
to
It
do
doesn't
that.
it doesn't seem to make any sense. Why would a crab need to go to sleep if something touches its stomach? Like it just
I didn't believe it when I was a little kid, but then my uncle did it, and he was like, "Look, Josh, he's just waving the crab in my face." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I guess it works." I don't know why, but I was never brave enough to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. So, all right, let's go ahead and hop in queue here, just because we haven't been the luckiest with fast queue times, especially at this time of day. So, I'm in the
Uh,
queue, of
that,
course, going to be playing Dota 2 again. I know Josh has been practicing a lot. You little Dota 2 guy.
I've been trying to.
I've been
I've been
trying.
trying to.
Well, I mean, it's fun, man, doesn't it? Don't you have that nostalgic feeling of just like us landing in your basement with everybody, all 5 of us named Hypes, with a little different punctuation mark at the end? Brings back some
That was
memories.
that was really fun. We need to
Yes.
do that again.
Yeah.
When you round up the crew.
Dude, we were so bad though. If you think back, like we were so terrible.
Yeah, but we knew the broken heroes, or I knew the broken
It's true.
heroes.
Suicide Sand King that rushes Radiance every game because Epicenter is totally broken. Awesome.
Yeah, that hero was broken beyond belief,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
It's okay. We had fun. That's what matters. So let's take a look at some of our stocks. I went through and made a portfolio for us this week. How nice is that? So now we can actually see all the stocks in this little this little chart. But we'll look at some of them individually here. And oops, I actually forgot to load these all the way through. So Josh, take it away. What's been going on in the stock market metagame for the past 2 weeks?
Oh, it's actually been going up. The stocks have been rallying on like a good jobs report and everything. And I don't know if it's the Olympics or like people haven't complained about Europe, but everything's been going well. Unfortunately, though, the tech stocks, oh my God, they haven't been doing anything. If anything, they've been going down.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq, the big benchmarks you were talking about they're above 13 and 3K, and they've been actually holding
Yeah.
that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. All the Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq have broken like their or whatever 5 month or whatever 3 months high, or whatever that they peaked in like January, February, I think.
Yeah.
And then the summer, there was a saying I remember reading. It's like sell in May and go away. And because historically, apparently, the stock market just tends to do poorly over the summer, either
Huh.
because of low volume, people go on vacation or whatever, but it historically doesn't do well.
Yeah,
So,
that's interesting. Well, the good news about Zynga is I think it's finally hit a little bit of a floor here. It seems to be holding steady just around $3 plus or
it
minus 10
it
cents.
is. It is. It tanked, but like it hasn't gone any further.
Yeah.
It's like Groupon. As I said a little time before, it's pulling a Zynga now. It's just in complete free fall.
So what happened? Did Groupon run into some legal trouble, or did they have a bad earnings report, or was there something particularly bad
I
that happened?
I remember seeing the earnings report. I forget if it was above or below, but it wasn't. Apparently, it wasn't good enough.
Wasn't good
It's
enough, I
like
believe
it
it.
wasn't good enough.
I mean, overall, they're just not looking quite so hot. I remember when Groupon, wasn't it a lot more? No, I guess it was always kind of cheap, huh?
Well, the thing is the big
Oh,
deal
and
about
then there,
Groupon was that Google offered them a $6 billion buyout
yeah,
before they went public and everything, and that was like the big thing. And I think like in Mar when were they worth a lot of money? Like almost a year ago,
yeah. I'm actually
they
looking
were
further back
worth
in the
like
data. It was
yeah,
worth
almost a year ago
20.
they were worth like 12 billion
Oh
like
yeah.
market capital.
Oh,
And
12?
then, yeah, they were worth 12, so it was twice what Google offered them, but now they're at 3 billion, 3.1, so like
Oh
half of
man.
what Google offered them.
I Dude, I do remember that though. I was actually in business school and that was happening when they like made that offer. My one professor, one of those old school guys, he was just like he talked about it like every day. He was just like I don't understand why Groupon would not sell for that offer. He's like, do they really think they're gonna hold that value? Like it's such a strange, like unprecedented business model. You can't like he's just like I can't imagine that they'll ever be worth more than that. And I think he might be right.
Yep.
They
They
should have
were
taken it.
worth a lot, and then yeah, they just started free fall and
Yeah.
hasn't stopped falling. So
I think the
that
problem
is
with Groupon
never
is
good.
it's just so easily reproducible.
Yeah, a bunch of I know like Amazon, Living Social, I think Bank of America, and there are a bunch of other like copycat deal sites that have sprung up. Groupon is definitely the biggest by far.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
now with all these tech stocks going down and they don't have like this outrageous market capital price, there's been rumors of like who's going to snag up and buy them now.
Hmm.
Because Zynga, Groupon, they're all really low compared to what they are.
Hmm.
And Yahoo, I know, is trying to go through a new phase and have redirection of the entire company with the
Yeah.
new CEO.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Microsoft and Apple and Google always trying to buy companies, absorb different market
Hmm.
shares and areas and everything. So the real like acquisition of one of these companies looks like it may happen. It's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
I think you're right with Yahoo. The question is, where does Yahoo want to go? They need to find a niche somewhere. I'm not sure what it is. They can't keep doing the search engine thing because they just can't compete with Google. So what are they going to do? Where are they? I don't know.
That's the big question. Where do they try to specialize?
Is their CEO the one? Did she work at eBay or PayPal or something like that?
Google.
She worked at Google. Okay, that was it.
Yeah, she was like the 21st employee of like Google or whatever.
Oh wow.
And yeah, she
Okay.
was pretty high up in there. She was like responsible for like keeping Google's like homepage with just like the search engine really plain without adding like other stuff to it. Like that's one of her big things that she really pushed for.
Really? Just
What else? I think she
plainness.
did. She was like really big on the Google Maps stuff, I think.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was smart because fuck MapQuest, man. Ugh, what a terrible name.
MapQuest, Google Maps.
So Facebook continues to go down as well. They're down to 19. They're actually
Yeah,
at like an
yeah.
absolute low right now. Ugh.
Yeah, definitely. Their lockup, they had like there are different lockup periods in a stock when it goes public,
Hmm.
where the insiders, the people that initially invested, are allowed to sell.
Yep.
Since the first day it comes out, not everyone can sell the shares, or else
Exactly. Yeah, you can't.
it
The
would
the
go
pe- the
crazy.
the people that start with it can't just dump them right away. So how long was the actual lockout period? Well, I guess we can do the math. When did
There
they?
are actually multiple lockup day periods, but this was the
Oh.
first one, and this was like 90 days. So
Okay.
this was like 90 days from wherever their IPO was initially.
Okay. This
And yeah, there
was
are
yeah.
more. I don't know exactly too much behind that, but
I
I
see.
know there are more. And yeah,
But yeah, just generally speaking, when the lockout period ends, stocks generally go down like that, especially tech stocks, right?
typically, yeah,
That's
typically they go down.
yeah. So that was sort of expected, but just unfortunate. Facebook at $19, and I was all excited when it went down to like 24, and I was like, oh man, this might be a good time to buy it. No, really glad I didn't do that. Really glad I kind of pulled a shrewd on that one and just kind of
Really
forgot
glad
about it.
you bought Zynga.
Yeah, well, I honestly, well, I don't know. I think Facebook. I don't know. Which would have cost me more money if I'd bought Facebook at 24 and it's now at 19, or Zynga? I should do the math. Probably.
I'm pretty sure Facebook has still been the better buy.
Oh yeah,
I
because of
think.
percentages. Oh yeah, Zynga. I've lost like 50% on Zynga. Facebook hasn't gone down nearly that much. 12 would be the 50%. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Maybe I should have bought Facebook. God damn it, Josh.
You would have
Shucks.
lost, but not as much.
Yeah, I would have lost, but it would have been better than the crap that I'm doing now. Oh crap. Well.
Unfortunate.
All right. If we don't get
Yeah.
this game, we can throw Joe in our queue also.
Oh, Joe.
Say it ain't so, Joe.
I like that. I like that because we have like a 90% win chance, Joe.
Win rate with Joe. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so tell this guy not to load.
Tell
Wait,
this guy not to look. Youth CN, get the hell out of here. My hero is gay.
I saw someone actually the other day with like their Twitch whatever link
As their
and
name.
as their name, yeah.
That's pretty
As their channel and
crafty.
everything. It was. I think there's a lot of crafty stuff you can do with this like little name thing.
Yeah.
Like plug your like Twitter or Twitch TV or whatever other website you have.
Hmm.
So
So how's Morgan
pretty,
Stanley doing?
Morgan Stanley, they're doing pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I bought them on their earnings report where they dipped down a bunch, but now I bought it like at 13.20 and they're at like 14.59 right now.
Okay.
So it's pretty good. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, happy with your Morgan Stan?
I
Morg?
wish I bought. I wish I bought Apple though. Have you seen Apple? Apple's been breaking new highs. They've
Really?
hit a new high. Yeah.
Are we still breaking record low mortgage rates?
They've actually gone up in the
Uh,
past 2 weeks.
they're still unbelievably
So
low though. All right, so are we gonna do
they're-
Fury on Pudge? Is that the plan here, Josh?
let's do it unless someone picks them.
All right.
I'm not gonna let them know though. I have been studying my like 30 seconds before the game starts. Actually starts.
You wait that long?
Yeah. Just so no one tries to hard counter me. Even though it really doesn't matter because I lose most of my games anyway, so I don't know. Just makes me feel better.
Yeah, I usually just pick right away and go. I like to click around in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have on the first piece of news here? First on the list, Josh. What did we miss?
Let me open up the list. There's been so many crazy things going on. In the banking industry, actually, well, there's been the big thing in the banks where one company or what is it? Standard Chartered is the bank. They're British based, but they were accused of helping Iran like move like $250 billion in and out of the country between like 2000 and something. It was like a long time back.
250 billion?
Yeah, this is billions. This is not million. This is actually billions of dollars. And the reason why this is pretty big is because the U.S. has very harsh how you deal with Iran right now since they've been trying to go nuclear and everything. And
Right.
so Standard Charter is even though it's based in Britain or it's British, but they have like some deal with like New York where a lot of their operations operate out of there.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, when people found out, or I guess New York actually went after them, which is another big thing because typically the Department of Justice goes after you for this stuff. But like someone in New York never has like, I don't know, an issue with them. And they end up settling. This happened like 2 weeks ago. They end up settling for $350 million to the state of New York. And
That's it?
so, yeah, yeah. I don't know where they really came up with that number or anything, but that's what they sold for.
All right.
And yeah, their stock tanked and everything. But the big thing is they by basically settling, they basically admit that they did this stuff. And they admit to a couple of things they're accused of is actually hiding transitions by wiping all like the information that would be able to backtrack the transitions they did with Iran.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
there's the
that's
heat down here.
really strange. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, that's just like, wow, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, the
That's a
big
lot of money.
banks. Yeah, the big thing is like banks have been caught with like the Libor scandal and everything, where
Hmm.
banks were accused of manipulating basically what every interest rate is based upon.
Right.
And yeah, so it's just kind of weird. Something I should point out is like U.S. banks have really been caught up in this. It's been random banks, or not
Yeah.
random, but big other banks outside the U.S. that have been like accused of these, I guess, scandals you would call them for banks.
Hmm. Yeah, I really don't know. I've heard of that Libor thing, but I don't really know anything about it. I don't remember where I heard. I guess it was in one of my finance classes where we were talking about banks and stuff. But I don't know, man. I find banking pretty confusing, to be honest. I don't understand all the ins and outs.
Yeah, it's definitely something that is. There's a lot of money in it, but I don't understand everything behind it.
I should have been an investment banker. That's all I'm saying.
I wish I was good at that.
Apparently, it's actually not that hard. Like, if you go to school for it or whatever, I mean, it's like supposedly not that much more difficult than like any other like accounting or some shit. That's what I've heard, at least. I don't really know from any kind of experience. But yeah, I don't even know. I don't know if Rowan has like. I just you just get like an economics degree if you want to be a banker. Is that how it works?
I do know with a lot of like financial stuff, you need to get like certified for like everything. Like there's certified public accountants. There's like certified
Oh yeah.
financial assistants. It's like, and that's like beyond the degree. You have to like take some additional tests or some, I don't know.
Hmm.
There's a bunch of additional stuff that you have to do beyond just getting your degree,
Yeah.
I believe. That's like basically required if you want to like pursue the major. I pulled for you, don't worry.
Yeah, I see. Your Dragonite's in this lane too, so you can gank pretty much any time, and we can kill something.
Dragonite. Yeah, I may come over there actually soon then.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it so that they would push in the tower.
Yeah. Yeah. They're pretty pushed up.
So let me come over. Oh, you ready to get tiny? Oh,
Yep.
shit.
I'm ready. I only have level 1 hook, so it's really short, but
I was hoping you were gonna like hook him to the tower.
it's way too short at level 1.
Wait, the hook actually, the length changes?
Yeah, the length goes up per level. So level 1,
Oh,
it's only
I didn't-
700. It's like
I did not
50%
know
of what it
that.
is at level 4. Oops.
Dang, I did not know that. I
Yeah.
thought it was like the same thing. It just increases damage.
That's why you
and-
usually want Pudge to solo, so that you can level your hook faster. And that's why I called solo bot, but this retarded Dragonite was just like, I want to play. Put me in, coach.
Dragonite.
Dragonite, I'm a
Probably
Pokemon.
become bot again. I think there was a haste ruin bot, and I don't think anyone picked it up.
Alright, that's fine. Actually, I might go grab that. I can get a kill pretty easily on these guys with a haste. So, alright, so what's next? Let's talk about something that I actually know a little bit about. I'm not going to lie, Josh, you were lagging a little bit during that, and
Oh, no.
I missed a couple of keywords. So, that didn't really help my ability to understand the story there.
Okay, I guess going back to Facebook, they did open up gambling in the UK.
No way.
So yeah, so now
Dude, that's
you
what
can
Zynga's all
officially
about.
do like slots and I think like bingo in the UK
For real money.
and bet real money. Yeah.
Wow. Is there any here? Do you want to come gank these guys? I'm hiding in the trees.
I kind of want to kill these creeps. Give me a second. I'll be over there. I got my tree thing too.
Alright. Is there any, like, cap or something on how much money? Or I guess it's regulated so that there's no way you can, like... I don't know, like, with poker sites, there's always the whole thing about RNG. Like, is it true RNG or is it favored? And
Here, you can you grab her? She hasn't moved at all.
yeah,
there you
go. Oh no, you locked me out!
Chop
No!
down the tree. Do you have hatchet?
No, I don't.
Oh my bad. I thought you would have had a hatchet.
Well, we got them both. Tiny's gonna die too, I think.
We got him. Oh, you got him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
what the
about.
heck?
Oh, the
Killed me.
the
Who did
siege
that?
creep killed you.
No, I got blasted. Do you see that meteor?
Oh, that was Invoker. No, I missed the meteor, but oh man.
Oh
fucking
my
Sun King. I
God.
should have ran. I was sipping my Earl Grey tea. Yeah, that was Sunstrike. He's global. Damn Invoker.
That's
So, wow, that's actually really huge because that's actually what Zynga's been talking about. Zynga's whole thing is they want to have like poker and stuff attached to the social media.
Yeah.
So
But
that's pretty.
It is a step in the direction. It is in the UK since apparently the USA is still dealing with random stuff. I don't know behind it, but apparently, I think like something settled too, where like full tilt poker got bought by Poker Stars or whatever, and they're finally like settling. You can actually get all your money back or something, or get
Oh,
your
really?
money back again. Yeah, they had some deal
Oh, okay.
where yeah, and the idea behind it is like, I think the government wants you to be able to like gamble online, but they want to find a way to like regulate it and stuff
Yeah.
so that they can make a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is like regulating it because the big problem with Full Tilt and Poker Stars was they had more money than they were like kind of claiming to have. You know, like how long it was taking to buy stuff out. They weren't keeping the proper reserves. They were just like skimming a lot off the top because it's such a big pool. So they didn't have enough in reserves if everybody wanted to cash out, and that's like the big problem where people like lose their money. Ouch! I'm gonna have to use my potion.
Oh, I thought it was pulling for you, but apparently I failed.
Oh my god, Dragonite actually did a lot of damage. I'm surprised. I keep
Dragonite.
underestimating this Dragonite. I just assume he's retarded because he came in this lane even though I asked for it. Do something, Dragonite. Hit him. Bring him to justice.
Bring him to... Yeah,
Oh
that was...
God, Tiny had way more mana than I thought.
Dude, Invoker got the kill, though.
Oh, okay. That's where all that damage came from. Alright. I hate Invoker, man. He's so irritating.
I don't even know what he does. I think I saw a new move they did the other day, and yeah, add to the moves that Invoker does that I don't know about. Yeah, I was going to come over. I was going to try to pull creeps so that you could
Yeah, I
they would
wasn't
push up and we could
really
gank.
considering Invoker. I was thinking that we could just kill that Sand King real fast.
Sand King's always tricky though. He does the tricky stuff.
Fuck, this guy's gonna come bot again. I fucking
Wait,
hate
is he really level 6 already?
Yeah, he's level 6. I'm only level 4.
Damn.
Well,
That's not good.
kind of almost 5. Oh, Windrunner left. Looks like we're gonna have a free win, Josh. Hooray! Well, that's really cool. So maybe that'll at least help things in America. I mean, you can point to Britain and be like, well, at least they're doing it. You know, I'm excited because I want to play online poker. The big drawback is that like I'm afraid to give random websites my money and my credit card number.
I don't know. Facebook's kind of trusting, right? I trust them.
I mean, I would trust them with my credit card information. Why not? Why not? How bad could it be? Well, that's pretty cool. Josh, what is this thing about dark matter? Because I like dark matter.
Oh, that was pretty interesting. They found like apparently I don't know how they do have their dark matter stuff. Apparently there's like a ring of dark matter around the sun, and it was one of those things where like they theorized it was true, and then they somehow like tracked it, and then it was just random like sun news. But another thing is like they found out that the sun, or no, this is kind of weird when you think about it, I guess, or when you hear it, but if you actually try to think about it, it doesn't really make sense. They like are trying to figure out why the sun is so round, because apparently it's round, but like it's really round.
It's
like it's like freakishly circular.
Freakishly circular.
Yeah, they said if the sun was a balloon, then the distance from like east to west compared to north to south would just be a hair, the width of a hair different.
Huh.
And so that really doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, because apparently with like how it spins and everything, it should be I guess the term is like obese sphere, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it's like just a distorted circle. That's
Yeah.
actually I never realized it was that circular. I've never heard that, but the dark matter thing is pretty cool. Oh man, this is going to be a stupid game, and the problem is we're not going to have time to play a second one. That's so unfortunate, Josh.
Oh.
Yeah, what's interesting about it, though, is the way they measure dark matter is basically they look at an area and they calculate how much mass is there and the stuff that we can observe, you know, like the gases. And, you know, you can calculate the weight, the mass of the sun. So based on that mass, you can figure out how much of a gravitational pull that thing should have. So based on the Earth's mass, you can say, okay, well, it should have this effect in gravity. So the universe exerts significantly more gravity than we have matter to account for, based on the mass of the matter we can observe. So all of that extra matter is like, well, something has to be there for gravity based on our rules to make any sense. So there has to be something there to fill that gap. We can't see it, we don't know that it's there, but we can infer its existence through these formulas. So that's how they figure out dark matter, and I'm sure they just did that with the sun and said, oh wow, look, the sun, it weighs this much, but it needs to weigh more to suck us in this close. That circular thing is weird, though, thinking about, like, why could that be? I mean, are other suns, like all stars, very circular, or something isolated just to ours?
I don't know exactly if they even can measure other stars that incredibly accurate as our sun.
Oh yeah, that's probably true. I mean, my first thought was it probably just has to do with something with fusion. Like, fusion just makes it a circle instead of, like, because, like, our planet's just like a big rock. Like, the sun's not a rock. It's like a big pool of, like, it's like a big fire,
yeah.
you know? So it's like, yeah.
It's a big fusion reactor.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I would guess that the fusion does it. Look at this Sand King, man. I'm just, like, trucking him right now in his sandstorm. He's going to die soon.
He's good.
I just hooked him out of his sandstorm.
Bam! Oh no!
What's he doing?
God damn! I was going to chaos him.
I don't know what he was thinking. He was trying so hard.
I failed.
This poor Invoker. He's gonna get so mad. Oh.
Dude, he is. He was doing so well. He like stole all the kills on his team.
That's really unfortunate.
Poor Invoker. I'll come up and I'll support you with my 1,000 trees.
We should probably just like all group up and push a lane or something, but you know. So that's pretty cool. Dark matter's around the sun, but I like your comment here. You're like, what? We still don't really know what dark matter is. Because you're exactly right. We have no fucking clue what dark matter is.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. We don't know what it is. We can see its effects, and that's about it.
Oh,
we can't actually see it. We can't. Oh
what?
Shit!
He still got the epicenter off. I was gonna say, oh look, I just interrupted his epicenter. How did he? Does my ult not like? It totally should have interrupted that.
Yeah, I ran out of mana. My bad, bro.
That's the,
Dragon Knight.
that's the only reason I stood there. I thought I interrupted him. I guess my
Now
bad.
I'm gonna die.
Didn't do the math on that one. Are you really? This Invoker's mad, dude. He wants blood.
Dude, this guy is mad at me because I'm not attacking people when I would die.
So that's cool though. So let's see, what do we have next here?
Hold on, I'm just running and trying to.
All right, I'm gonna kill Spooby.
Do it.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Bane, you jerk. I wanted that one.
I guess another thing to look at, since I know you like when people try to outsmart the system and everything, is
Oh,
like
yeah.
students in MIT finally were like shut down out of they had like a lottery system where somehow they figured out that the optimum days and numbers to play in a lottery in Massachusetts, and I think they got like $8 million out of this lottery thing, out of like this loophole there was.
How, like, what possible loophole could there be in the lottery based on the time that you buy the ticket?
Because the time you buy a ticket based on like when they like add the prize amounts on and everything, and somehow they got it down to like numbers. I don't know how they did numbers and stuff,
Huh.
but like they found out like the right times to buy a ticket and the amount of tickets to buy. And apparently they had like this whole thing. It was like apparently the lottery knew about it, but they didn't try to stop it. Partly because they're getting profits still from the lottery, so it really didn't matter too much.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really care who wins, right? So
Yeah. So yeah, they actually had like investors and everything that like helped them buy more tickets and everything, and they claimed to be able to buy, or they claimed to be able to like win like all the winnings of a given prize pool for a lottery. Using whatever algorithms they have, and yeah, just buying a lot of tickets.
So it's interesting because I mean, I guess that's not really illegal. I mean,
They finally got told to stop.
They got-
apparently. Like, yeah, they knew it was happening, but like no one really did anything about it. But now they've officially been told to like stop scamming the lottery.
I mean, that kind of thing though, is it like really easy to trace? Like, how would they know? Like, if like those people with the algorithm just like popped up and were like, oh hey guys, like you two, you want to help us out? And then we just go in there and buy some lottery. I mean, how would they know that we're using it? Or is it just because you have to sink so much cash that you could trace it?
Probably have to sink so much cash. Like they were buying a lot of tickets when they did this. Let me see if I can.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. It's like, Josh, that was literally the worst game possible for what we need here, because now we're like stuck in between a half an episode and an episode that's going to be 3 hours long.
Oh my god.
This is the worst. And you know that next game we queue up is going to be like a 50-minute game.
It's gonna be like an hour-long game.
And we're going to sit in queue for like 45 minutes here.
And we're gonna, yeah.
Crap. Is there something we can do? Is there like a mid-wars or something we can do in the meantime that's not like mid-wars?
Is there mid-wars?
No, there isn't. There absolutely
I haven't updated Han and
I don't even want to play Han,
since
man.
whenever Dota was installed.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just spectate one of these things that's going on here. This match has 300 spectators. It's got to be good. All right. Perfect. And then
Wait, can I follow you into this thing?
I just went to the like watch and then just
Watch?
click the one at the top, the very top one. It's sorted by
The international?
spectators. Yeah, I guess. I didn't even look at the name.
Oh,
of it.
live games?
Oh no, this one only has 8 spectators. Yeah, live games, and then I clicked on.
The top
Oh
one.
no, wait. This one has.
209?
This one has bots. This isn't even a good game. What am I thinking? It's all bots. Some guy is confused. And Dota's gonna crash again. Oh, god damn it.
Dota's crashing for you?
Yeah, I think it's all my plugins for the stream that screws it up.
Oh.
Oh, Dotes. No. No. Maybe I need to just reset my computer. Okay. So, wait. What?
Hello?
Hi. Where's my screen? I'm really struggling with just everything today, Josh. This is just like...
Is it too early? It's not even that.
I honestly don't even know what it is.
Did you eat?
I did not eat. I rolled out of bed.
I never eat. But did you eat yesterday?
I ate a steak. That was it.
You told me that you like didn't eat much yesterday.
I didn't eat much, but I
Not
did
gonna
eat a
lie,
steak.
I may have eaten less than you yesterday.
It was a rough day, man. I should have eaten more. I felt kind of crappy because I didn't eat. I was just busy, and I had too much caffeine, so I wasn't hungry.
Oh no, that's not good. I think
All
all I
right.
ate yesterday was like half a hoagie and chips. That
Oh
was about
wow.
it.
Yeah, that's not much either.
And water ice.
All right. Live games.
So are you looking at this like the top one has like 240 spectators?
Yeah. All right. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one. That looks
Okay,
good.
let's watch it. Oh, you have to tell me how do you like tap in between different heroes when you set on follow hero?
Oh, you double click on the portrait, and then it'll lock
Okay.
camera on that hero, and then you can click around. Yeah, that took me a little while too. There used to be a hotkey. I think there was a hotkey in Warcraft 3 to do it. Maybe not. I know there is in HOM, but that doesn't mean much. So, all right, let's look at this. Okay, great, perfect. Okay, so next on the list, Josh, I actually see something about esports. Esports in the Olympics, Josh. What is this?
Oh, that was just like one of the things that people were talking about how if it's even possible for esports to be in the Olympics, but it's like with it growing, it becomes like a giant possibility.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, there's a couple interesting things we can talk about on that topic. The first, baseball is not in the Olympics. Why is that?
I don't know. It has something to do with like the country that hosts it can actually picks the sports
Really?
that you do in the Olympics, I think. Because, like, I'm pretty sure softball was in the Olympics previous year, or like maybe when it was Athens. But
Huh.
I'm pretty sure softball was in the Olympics. But
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't this past one.
All right.
And there's like I'm not sure exactly how they pick all their games, but I think the home country has something to do with it.
See, I didn't realize that you could, like, just pick. If you're hosting, you get to say, "Oh no, you know what? We don't want badminton this year. Fuck it, it's done." You know, like, I didn't know you could do that. I thought there were just like, there's like an Olympic committee that like sets the games, and that's just what there is. That's not how it works at all.
That may have something to do with like I know there is a lemon committee because that's how they actually pay the people who win the gold medals and everything. They pay them like a little bit of money. They give them like $25,000 I think for first,
Yeah.
and like 10,000 for silver, and then 5,000 for bronze. I think is how it works.
Right.
So
Okay.
there's definitely like yeah a lot of stuff to it and
Yeah.
organizing that crazy stuff that goes to
Right.
either the Olympic Committee and the city that's hosting it.
Okay. All right. Well, that answers that a little bit. So I guess that means it's in the realm of possibility if we have another Olympics in Seoul and they want StarCraft. That's possible. The next problem is that like argument that I've heard is like, well, it's not physical enough, and the Olympics should only be for physical sports. Which I guess there's some merit to that, but that just begs the question: how do we define the Olympics? Is it just a global competition of things that we can compete in, or is it truly for just physical dominance? And are there sports in the Olympics that aren't based on physical dominance as much as like, I mean, is there like chess or anything remotely like that ever been in the Olympics?
I don't think
I-
chess. Chess is pretty interesting, but I don't think chess has ever been Olympics.
Like, I feel like
Actually-
chess would be there before esports would, you know? Because like from a macro perspective, they're pretty similar. They're both a competition, and they both involve huge mental dexterity that is beyond most people. You don't really like watching it unless you're like pretty good at it, or at least know what's going on, and most people don't. So that's why it's not super popular around the world. But I mean, chess is pretty freaking popular, and there are countries that have like world-class chess players that could definitely represent them, like, you know, be representative in the Olympics.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it. Wikipedia says that there was a push to have chess in the Olympics, but there was problems distinguishing between an amateur and professional chess player.
How was that the thing that really held them back? I mean, can't you just like do a little mini tournament, like a qualifier, and be like, if you don't make it, you're not. I mean, what?
This was a while back, and I think there was like this issue where if you're professional, you can't be in the Olympics and stuff.
Oh,
And this was around that time.
that's what. So that defeats the purpose of the Olympics. If you're a professional in that sport, then you're not allowed to be in the Olympics. Is that how it used to be?
I think I think that's how it was.
That's
And some stuff, yeah.
ridiculous. Well, wow. So anyway, so that's the problem. I think in this situation you could really compare esports to chess to kind of figure that. I know Day 9 was talking about that a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, I think if it happens, it won't be for a really long time, and it will only be if there are games in Sweden or South Korea. Those are the only two countries that'll do it.
Yeah, yeah. I remember reading. I actually remember this article now as we talk about it. But there was this talk about how if they're going to do it, they need to create like a federation or like an international like committee for esports that would like make all the rules and everything and make it like completely legit
Yeah,
as a sport and as something you compete in.
that's true. That's definitely something it would need to go to that next. I mean, basically, Korea has that with KESPA. They have like an interest group or whatever for esports.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the
The big thing is
Korean-
you need something international now
Yeah.
that like everyone would obey
Yeah, exactly.
and would just set the they set the rules for everything.
And I think that's possible. It's just a matter of having enough people that really give a shit about it to make that happen, you know, and I think it would take some financial backing. I want to be on that committee, man. That'd be cool. That'd be a cool job.
That would be a very cool job.
I would like that. So that's interesting. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what you think, but I'm pretty skeptical that esports will be in the Olympics anytime in the near future.
I don't know. I always like to think it's definitely
always like to
possible,
think it's growing.
especially in our lifetime. So,
In our lifetime, I'm thinking like at least like not within the next 10 years, not within the next 2 Olympic Games.
oh yeah, not within the next two. They're like halfway. The Olympics take so much planning. I'm pretty sure like half of them are planned out.
Actually, that's a good point. All right, well, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? It's possible, but the thing that people inevitably bring up is that lack of physical activity. That's the big thing that get like that's what gets like that core demographic of like the sort of casual people that don't really give a shit about the Olympics if they want to be real hard and talk about how awesome it is to have muscles. So they're just like, no, it's just a bunch of nerds. There's no muscles. I don't want to watch it. That's stupid. It's not part of the Olympics. Because people say that about archery, the idiots that don't understand how physically demanding archery is. But, I mean, obviously the Olympics is not about spectatability, because watching archery is like one of the most painful things I have ever done. Have you watched archery? Dude, it's the slowest thing ever. It's like watching glue dry. I mean, it's just, there's nothing to
I do
watch.
watch archery.
They hit the arrow, and it's just like, oh, wow, he almost got a bullseye. Okay, like...
I don't know. Some sports have like a bigger presence in other countries other than America,
That's actually a good point.
which is something like badminton, fencing,
archery.
and like archery. I know France was big on archery, so
Well, the South Koreans are the ones that are like nutso
Yeah.
with their archery. So I don't know. Yeah, did you watch any of the closing ceremony for the Olympics?
I watched a very small portion
Yeah,
of
me
it.
too. I watched like 20 minutes, and I was just like, oh my god, they're really like milking this thing right here. It was like an 8-hour closing ceremony where they recapped every event for American medals, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't watch this.
Dude, NBC was doing work.
They did some work. They milked that shit. So
NBC was milking a lot of stuff.
did they like tally up the numbers? I mean, did they actually turn a profit? I know we were talking about that like I forget how much it was, but the rights to do the Olympics was absurd.
Yeah, the rights to the Olympics for NBC were like 1.2 billion or something
Yeah,
like that.
and they did not think they would turn a profit, and their projections were actually lowballed. And did they actually end up making money off of it, or at least breaking even?
I don't know what the final numbers are.
If they could at least
you'll
break
probably see it
even.
in the earn reports
Oh,
when
yeah.
because they're a publicly traded company, everything. So you'll definitely be able to see if they made it or not.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely true.
But it will be interesting to see.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
yeah, they were definitely milking the shit out of it, and everything. It's just
I
they
think-
did a very good job, despite the fact that no one liked. It's pretty fun. No one liked how they were handling it, but they still watched it anyway
oh yeah,
because it's the Olympics.
yeah, it's the same esports kind of stuff. It's like they all complain about how bad it is, but yet they can't stop watching. Like, oh okay. But I mean, overall, I think NBC did pretty well. I mean, there was a lot of coverage. They had it across 3 channels. I liked that they had tennis on their Bravo channel. You know, I really liked that they did that. So tennis was separated. Oh gosh, pardon me, from everything else. That was kind of cool. But overall, I mean, they had some production blunders, but I mean, that's inevitable with an event that big. There's always going to be.
Yeah, it was interesting to see how, with social media being so much bigger than it was 4 years ago and continues to grow, how like
Yeah.
they handle Twitter and everything, and how stuff blows up fast, and
Yeah.
little things athletes do. It's just crazy to see.
Yeah, that actually did make this Olympics a lot more interesting. I actually really enjoyed this Olympics. I think this Olympics was the most I ever watched in one set of games. So that was pretty cool. I don't know, I enjoyed it. That's pretty awesome. So what else do we have here? Do we have anything else, Josh?
I guess Google has started to crack on piracy a little bit. I don't know if you've been searching for illegal stuff recently, but apparently their search algorithm takes into how many like accounts like have been filed against it for like piracy stuff. So
Really?
that it gets like knocked down and like the search queue, or it gets removed.
Wow. So that
yeah.
Google actually changed their algorithm to try and
Trying to combat, with
less
piracy.
piracy. So, wow, okay. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I have struggled a little bit to find some things. I was trying to find that Seventh Heaven episodeography or whatever you want to call it. I could only find like the first season, and then there was like the second one that had like, 2 Cedars and 50 Leechers, and I was just like, man, I know someone's got every episode of Seventh Heaven out there. There's got to be somewhere I'm not finding it.
But yeah, the big thing is like they don't have to do this stuff necessarily. Like there's no big pressure on them to even handle this, because some could argue it's like the ISP's like responsibility.
Right.
And I think we talked a couple weeks ago about how like ISPs are now voluntarily like monitoring your stuff. So it's kind of interesting that all these companies are now like voluntarily trying to crack down piracy.
Yeah.
Even though Google hasn't like, Google's big thing is like YouTube, where it like major piracy goes on there. Yeah. And they handle pretty well, but
that was what I was going to bring up. I mean, Google's really the only one that Google is the only one that really has a really solid algorithm for it. I mean, if you upload a video, I mean, there are ways around it. If you like, slow stuff down or invert like new mirror images and stuff, that kind of cheeses it out. But generally speaking, they're pretty good at checking little snippets, and that's really the key. If you take like 20 seconds of a copyright, like a Miley Cyrus song, and then put it in your video, YouTube will usually flag it and be like, oh yeah, this is part of another video. So like, cross-checking whole videos is pretty easy, but cross-checking like little segments, that's like, I don't know how you write an algorithm that's efficient enough that every time someone like uploads a video to YouTube, it doesn't just like crash your service. You know what I mean? That's really like an intense piece of programming, and no one else really has anything quite as sophisticated. So I mean, that makes sense though. That feels pretty googly to me. Just being the good guys, the do-gooders. They've got enough money. I mean, why not? It's good PR.
That's their saying. Do no evil.
Do no evil, really? Is that really their saying?
That's their actually legit saying.
That's like their tagline. Do no evil. Google.
Yeah.
Do no evil. Wow, man. I need to. Damn. I think I need to rework my taglines for everything to be more like just ZyoriTV, where everything works. Some shit like
where
that.
Where everything works.
That just makes no sense.
Twitter,
yeah.
And Twitch doesn't work.
Yeah, except when Twitch doesn't work. Like
where everything works when everything else works.
Yeah, ZyoriTV, where everything works most of the time when everything else is working. Oh man, that's an awesome tag. I actually did not know that. I had absolutely no idea that their tagline was "Do no evil." That's really awesome. I like it. I approve.
I approve. I like Google. It's always been a big fan.
I'm a Googler, man. I really am. I've always been just sort of blown away by some of the stuff that they've done, and looking at their business model and their numbers. That's like the poster boy for business classes, but still, Google is pretty interesting.
I would say so.
Yeah, it's the most interesting thing I saw was part of a video that was just like talking about like something very specific with Google, and they started it off with like the original people that like invested in Google, like the first like VCs or whatever that bought whatever it was. I don't know, like at the very beginning. They went in for a meeting, and the guy says that like Sergey and what's the other guy's name? Larry?
Sergey and Larry Page.
Yeah,
Sergey and Larry Page.
Yeah, Sergey and Larry. So he goes in and he says, one of them is sitting there on one of those like exercise balls that has a little handle on it for a little kid, so you're hopping around the room. And the other one had rollerblades on in their office, and they're both just kind of like cruising around in circles, just like, woohoo, yeah, office life is awesome. And he said, I just walked in and knew that this was a different type of company, and I didn't even have to hear what they had to say. And I was just like, Damn, that's pretty intense.
I remember watching. Yeah, I saw a video on Netflix actually. It was done like in 2009 or 2008.
Yeah.
But they had a Kinect set that went around the entire office. That marbles, whatever, rode the entire thing.
What?
It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. So I was a big fan of Legos, and I did play with some Kinects.
Big
But
fan
they
of
had
Kinects,
just
you know.
they just had the Kinect set go around the entire office.
Yeah, that's what I really like is they just like they make so much money. They just ask their employees like, "What do you guys want?" And it's like, "Yeah, we want a big slide." And it's like, all right, one of their offices has just like a whole bunch of big slides, like Chuck E. Cheese, to like connect parts of the office. You just go down a big slide, and it's like, all right, cool. Why not? It's really not that expensive in the grand scheme of Google.
Do your laundry.
Yeah, and they
free meals. Yeah, free whatever you want.
Yeah,
Probably amazing chefs.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can like work out there. And you're encouraged to take a lot of time off and develop your ideas.
Yeah. They have those little sleeping pods. It's really a different way of thinking. I remember trying to explain that whole thing to like my what is she? It's my grandfather's sister, so my great aunt, I guess. And
Yeah.
she's like, one of those real old school conservative. Her husband was a businessman, and she's all like about, just like that kind of old school, just like 60 hours, abuse your employees kind of a thing. All about Walmart, no benefits. I was trying to explain to her like how Google works and like progressive business and that kind of stuff, and she's just like, she just wasn't connected, man. She was just like, how can you have a company if your people are sleeping all day? If they're sleeping, how are they working? I'm like, well, let me send you a couple articles, and I don't think she read them.
How are they working if they're sleeping?
How are they working if they're sleeping? I was just like,
Because they're dreaming up new ideas.
yeah,
That's
I was
what
just
they
like,
do.
they work in
crank
a
out.
project-based environment. Hourly wage like doesn't exist at Google. Like you don't worry about like, oh, what'd you do this hour? It's all about project performance, and like, as long as you get the project done, you can kind of do whatever you want to get there.
Yeah,
It's
it's all
pretty
about
cool.
cranking out those new crazy ideas that
Yeah.
no one's else thought of.
It's all about
which,
thinking, sitting
which
there.
can come in your dreams. You can dream about that stuff.
It's actually kind of true. I more often than not, a lot of my thoughts come when I'm like laying down to go to sleep at night, when I'm like decompressing. I guess if you think about it,
you don't
that's-
think about those stuff when you're like straight up
Yeah.
like working.
yeah.
So yeah, that's
Harnessing the
what we do.
innovation, Josh. I said innovative in a cast yesterday. They did a play, and I was just like, wow, that's so innovative. And I was just like, oh god, such a fucking hipster. Why did I say that? This is not innovative. This is a game. So innovative.
So innovative.
So innovative. Oh my gosh, that's such an innovative place to put that ward. Oh god, that's about what it sounded like, man. It's about what it sounded like. All right, Josh. So we're coming up on an hour. I have to say today was a little bit underwhelming in the gaming aspect of our stream, man. Wow.
I know.
Wow. We won a game in 13 minutes. That's almost a record. We usually lose. So that's
That
actually
is really fast. That's about as fast as you win a game in this.
yeah. That's and we
Dota.
made him quit, man. Killed that Windrunner. She
You
QQ'd.
made them. Yeah.
She left. Less QQ,
Yeah,
more
she probably
PQ.
saw this. This is all they're gonna do the entire game to me. Bravo's gonna come over tree me, and then Pudge is gonna eat me.
She saw it coming the whole time, dude. Dragon Knight actually kind of made it a little bit easier with his stun, but it would have honestly been easier if I could have just leveled faster and had like level 3 hooks, so I could actually hook him out of the trees.
I totally thought you were gonna like hook him back 1,000 meters, and
It has to be level
yeah.
7 to like get that. Like it starts out at like 700 range, and I think level 4 is 1300, so it's a pretty big
That's
difference.
still pretty far. That's still pretty far. I could have like just treat him, and you could have like.
700. I mean, it's okay. It's not as much as you think, though. It's not like pulling him into the tower. I mean, I can pull him out of the trees and path block him, but I'd rather just save it for the damage to try and like just chase him down and then use it as like a finisher if he starts to get away or something. Just because it's weak sauce early on.
I saw you kill steal him. Don't lie.
Oh yeah, dude, I ended that game like 4-3, positive, and they all left. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not my fault that Invoker killed me with Sunstrike, man. The Invoker was the one person on their team that wasn't.
He killed me too.
totally
randomly
stupid.
with Sunstrike.
Yeah, he was actually okay. He wasn't.
I don't like Invoker. I don't like him.
I hate him. I hate that guy. So, all right, I guess that does it for today. Next week we will be back bright and early. Actually, no. Next week we won't be back.
It'll be
MLG.
an MLG.
Wow, Josh, news report's really taking a dump here. Too
know.
much traveling.
Maybe we should record it or something.
Report it. Well, we'll be back to normal. So, okay, let me think about this. Is next week going to be a week where we skip, or a week where we can do it delayed?
We
And
could. I don't know. We'll have to talk.
we'll have to talk because I'm leaving Thursday and coming back Monday. So I'm like, it's like the worst time for news reports. Saturday, and then I'm gone like plus or minus 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
The worst. The The absolute worst. Well, we'll talk about it. So there may not be a news report next week, guys. Maybe we'll do another VOD edition. Who knows? But rest assured, the week after that, during the International/PAX Prime, we will both be here. Neither of us will be traveling. And we'll be here for a news report. 8 or 9, whatever. Josh, closing thoughts, remarks? You want to plug your Twitter? I know you've been tweeting a lot, man.
Oh, no. I feel so bad. I should tweet more.
Dude, your 8 followers are so disappointed.
I think the main thing is I got to get a smartphone.
Oh, that's true. I like to tweet on the go. It's nice when I'm like waiting for something. I'm at Wawa waiting for a hoagie. I'm like, oh, let's check Twitter. Why not?
Waiting for a hoagie? I could do that. There's like 30 seconds there that I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you, Josh. Oh my God. I think Twitch streams are back, and this whole time I've had a stream running in the background. Wow. I think Twitch came back. They reset all their stuff.
Oh my God, AC.
Yeah, Twitch is back.
Kill me.
Twitch is back. Well, it's okay. It's no problem. It's no problemo. This will be on YouTube, VOD only edition. At JD Hyper, that's where it's at, guys. This is the moneymaker. This guy right here. He's tweeting secrets. Yeah. Secrets to investing. Look.
Secrets? Yeah, as soon as I find out some of those secrets.
Look at this. Wow, you really haven't tweeted.
You'll be the first to know.
Yeah, you'll find out. You'll be first to know. We gotta buff up these 9 followers. Well, that does it, guys. We are out. I'm gonna get set up to cast the finals of the Razor Mini Madness, and then after that, the 24-hour breakdown stream. Josh, you need to be there. You need to relive the breakdown action tonight. I need you in chat.
I'll be there.
Modding,
I'll be there for
talking. I need you feeding the trolls tonight, man. I need some help feeding the trolls. This is our one last Han shebang. Every episode is Zyori breakdown before it gets archived. I need to feed them.
Are you officially done Han?
Well,
and my account.
I'm 100%.
Like a really good record.
I'm 100% done with the breakdown for Han. There may be a Zyori Breakdown Dota 2 edition, but there will be no more Han editions of the Zyori Breakdown. So that's really what we're... And also, Josh, this month marks the 1-year anniversary of ZyoriTV, coming up the end of this month.
1 year?
1 year. 1 year, man. I actually just paid to re-up my website on Fat Cow, and I'm already regretting it. I wish I had switched to a better host, but I've already paid them, so I think I'm locked in for another year.
Stuck here for another year.
Well, actually, they have a thing. I could probably cancel it.
Wait, what's the official day?
I don't know. I actually I'd have to go back through my email and check. I'm pretty sure, like, MLG Raleigh was the same time last year, and that was the event where, like, the Hypercrew folks broke up, and, like, 3 days after Raleigh, or no, the weekend of Raleigh, I bought the domain, and I spent most of MLG Raleigh watching it and programming the initial beta of ZyoriTV. So it's coming up, dude. It's pretty close. Raleigh marks.
Damn, I feel like I should put this on my calendar.
Yeah, dude. All right, we need to have
you gotta tell me the date. Yeah, we need to have.
I'll find the date. Maybe we'll do like a 24-hour 1-year anniversary stream, man. That could be fun. A power hour. You can come over. We'll drink some Kraken. We'll do
Kraken.
Dude, you know what we'll do? We'll start the stream at like noon whenever you get here Friday, like 6, and then we'll just go straight through all night until news report in the morning. And then just keep going after news report.
Oh my God, I'm going to prepare for that, but we can do it.
Okay, all right. Maybe we'll do it for PAX Prime weekend. No, oh man, I don't know if I want to do that during the International. I'm going to be watching the International. All right, well, we'll see what the date is. We'll make a plan, Josh.
We'll find something.
We got a plan. We'll find something. We'll get it done. So, all right, guys, very good. Take care. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on another episode of News Report.